Hi everyone, let me just move my camera here. Welcome to your midday stretch. I'm finally streaming live on Facebook, so we're back up and running. I am Jenna, fitness coordinator in Bedford. We have a 30-minute stretch today, so I'm going to just find a spot here on the ground. Make yourselves comfortable. 30 minutes, we're just going to relax, stretch out all parts of our body today. Hope everyone's having a great day. We're almost to Friday, almost to the weekend. And we have 30 minutes, so this stretch is totally for you. Grab a mat, whatever you need, a nice quiet space, and we're going to get started. As always, we're going to start with some deep breaths. That's just what I've been doing to start my stretches. So find a spot standing, shoulders back. We're going to take 5 deep breaths in and exhale, nice and slow, so filling up the lungs, and then letting it go. I want to hear you breathe it out. Let's go for 5 when you're ready. Another nice deep breath. Good. Next one. And last 2. Give me one more nice big breath. Awesome work. I'm just going to make sure we are streaming live, just because sometimes things happen when I'm streaming, so just making sure everything is all set. Well, let's see here. Perfect. We are streaming live. Awesome. We are going to start with some calf stretches. So we're going to start standing today. I know sometimes we start on the ground. So let's start today in a standing position. We're going to do some calf raises. So we are pushing through our toes and lifting our heels up here, stretching that calf. We're going to go for 10 raises. So come all the way up on your toes, down to the floor. Once you reset, heels come all the way down, as high as you can go, straight up. 4. Could really push through those toes, feel that stretch in your calves. Good. Go for 5 more. We have 1, 2. Good work here. 3. Last 2. All the way up. Good. Might start to feel a little bit of sensation burning in the calves, or working them a little bit. Now what I'm going to have you do is, if you have a wall or a couch around you, we are stretching out that calf, so more of a static stretch. So I'm putting my heel on the ground and my toes up against whatever I am stretching my calf on. So my toe is on top here and my heel is pushing into the ground. If you lean slightly forward into that knee, you're going to feel that stretch in your calf. And if you're putting your back leg flat on the ground, you're also feeling that stretch there. Good. I'm going to switch to the other side. So heel is up, toe is pushing, and then my back leg here is flat, so I'm also getting that double stretch. Good. Let's do that one more time, each side. Pushing our foot up. Feeling that stretch. Sometimes we don't realize how much we actually use our calves, walking, etc., exercising. And then when you go to stretch them, you notice they're really tight. This is something we can incorporate daily into our stretching. Something that I sometimes forget about too. It's really important to loosen up that calf as it connects all the way up to the leg. Good. We're going to shake that out, come back to center. Next, what we're going to do here is stand nice tall, roll your shoulders back. I'm going to have you reach down to touch your toes, but instead of holding it, we're going to reach down to our toes and come back up about 10 times. So I'm reaching all the way down. Notice my back is nice and flat on the way down. My hands are going to my toes, and I'm coming all the way back up. So we're doing this 10 times with the goal of you getting a little bit lower or closer to those toes each time. So I'm doing it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And by that 10th time, my goal is to get close or touching my toes, if that is a goal of yours. So again, I'm going down. Maybe that felt a little bit difficult. Pushing more on that second one. Making sure you're exhaling on the way down. Sometimes that helps too. Good work. Take your time here. Feel it out. We don't want to have any pain. The stretch is for you to make you feel good. Or more. Reaching all the way down to those toes. We start to get a little bit further. Good. Nice job. Let's go for that last one. Give a nice deep breath. Exhale and come all the way down. Alright, I touched my toes on that one. Nice work. Shake it out. Now you should feel that stretch in the back of your legs or hamstrings, maybe even still down to your calf. What we're going to do next, I'm just going to fix this a little bit so you can see my face. You are going to start facing either side of the room. My hands and arms are together. My shoulders are rolled back. My feet are just shoulder width apart. I'm opening my left hand all the way up here. Now I have this wide angle here with my arms. I'm stretching my upper back, so as I'm pulling back, I feel this in my back. I come back to center. From here, I open up to the other side, so I'm twisting a little bit, feeling that on the other side of my back. And again, coming back in. So let's go for 10 total alternating sides. We can count those 2 that we just did as 2 reps. We're breathing nice and slow and controlled. No need to rush through these stretches. Again, taking our time, opening up to the side. Can you go a little bit further? And then bring it back in. Good. Opening up. Again, to the side. My arms come back together. That feels good. Good, let's do 2 more, 1 more each side. Last time. Nice work. Good, really great job. Shake it out. We're going to make our way down towards the floor for a couple of stretches. So let's come into our downward dog, or actually let's stay in our wide stance before we come into downward dog. I always like to have some type of transition to go down to the floor, something that feels good for us. So we'll use this as a transition. Arms down to the ground if you can. Extend your legs, just hold this for a second. Good, now let's take it to that downward dog, my favorite, as you might know by now. My heels are pushing to come to the ground. I'm pushing through my shoulders. I'm holding, stretching, relaxing. Good, and from here I want you to come down onto your stomach. Again, I'm just going to move this just so you can see me. A lot of adjusting, sorry about that. And laying on our back, we're actually going to stretch out our quads. Yes, we're going to do this laying down. So you can just kind of be comfortable on your body here, laying flat on the ground. Again, I'm going to bring my right leg to bend, so my heel is coming towards my butt. I'm going to grab the ankle behind me, and now I'm going to pull it in a little bit tighter to my butt if I can, and feel that stretch in my quads or the front of that leg. It's a little bit easier to do if you don't like to do it standing. I know sometimes when we do this stretch standing, you have to hold on to something, find your balance. So by laying down, all you gotta do is stretch it out. Good, let's let that leg go nice and gently to the ground. The other one kicks up, and I'm pulling it in nice and tight. Good, my quads. Feeling good, feeling that stretch. Good, let's bring the other one up again. We're holding for about 30 seconds or so. Good, nice work. Let's take it to the other side. Let that leg go. Here we are. My quads are tight. We're working on stretching them out, making them feel good. So we're ready to go on with the day. Good, let it go. And while you're down here, I'm going to have you put your head towards the floor. Hands are flat on the ground now. My left hand is here towards the window, so I'm going to roll my body towards that side, over my arm. So I'm going to use my right hand to help facilitate and push. So now most of my body weight is coming over to my shoulder here, and I'm holding. My arm is still extended. Feel the stretch in your shoulder. Good. Take it back to center. Extend that other arm. The other one comes in. And again, you're pushing over. You can see here, arms extended. The shoulder that's facing the ground or touching the ground is the one you should be feeling the stretch in. Good, one more time each side. So again, extending out, pushing over, gently, of course. Good, let's bring it back around. One last time for this side here. Alright, awesome job. We're going to stay on the ground, so we're not going to be laying on our stomach anymore. Let's come sit in our butterflies. Put the bottoms of your feet together. We're going to breathe. And as you're breathing, taking deep breaths, we're coming farther over our heels towards our feet to feel that stretch in the inner thigh, in those hips. Maybe you feel this in your adductors here. Again, the inside of that leg, those hips are opening up. Work your way down towards your feet. And breathing and holding. Good, come all the way back up nice and tall. We're going to take a nice deep breath. Again, as we exhale, we're coming over that foot a little bit more. Good. From here, we already have our hips kind of opened up and ready to go. Our 90-90 stretch. So my right leg is coming in front of my body, flat on the ground, making that 90-degree angle. My left one's coming behind me, doing the same thing, but just behind me, so that 90-degree angle. Come to that front foot. Come on over that foot and that leg. Feel that stretch. You're on your elbows, close to the floor. If not, you can just stay right up here. That's totally cool too. Good. From here, if you want to take it a step further and you totally, if you're not comfortable with this, you don't have to. You can have your back knee shorten up that angle. So maybe it's not at 90 now, but because you want to come all the way back, flat on your back. So my arms come out, and I'm going to try to get this back leg on the ground. So you might feel that stretch even deeper in that quad, right? Again, it's okay if it's not at 90. Mine is not. A smaller angle will do. And again, maybe not everyone feels comfortable with that. So stay just in this other stretch. I'm switching legs. Just stay upright here, or work on coming over that front leg as possible. Again, switch to the other side if you haven't already. My legs are at 90. you another option here. Stay up above here. I'm going to take it back onto my back. So again, my back leg, it's probably going to come in a little bit closer just because my hips are feeling a little tight. So as I come back, flat on my back, I'm feeling the stretch here in that back leg, trying to get it close to the ground. It is hard. Again, don't push it. Do the best you can today. That's all we can ask for. Good. Nice work. From here, we're going to stay lying on our back, making sure you guys can see me. Nice and flat, hands by your side. From here, one leg comes in towards my chest. So one at a time. My right leg's coming in. I'm pulling it in nice and close. I'm holding it here. Now from here, I'm going to extend it up. So I'm grabbing behind my leg, or where behind your kneecap is, and you're pulling it in close to your body. It doesn't need to be near your face. It can be right here out in front of you like mine is. I can definitely work on flexibility, so something I'm going to work on myself. As you can tell, my leg isn't all the way forward, and that's okay. Okay, now from here, I want you to grab that right leg with your left hand. We're going to cross your body. And now keep both of those shoulders down. I know it's hard. You want to turn. You want to lift it off the ground. Fight to push it down. Good. And bring it back to center. Take a second here back at center. Take a nice deep breath. You're doing a great job so far. Let's switch to the other side. So again, I'm starting with that leg in towards my chest. Kind of rock it in, hold it. I'm going to extend it out in front of me, so hands are behind my leg now, pulling it in as far as I can, or as far as you can, that makes you feel comfortable. We don't want to push anything, injure ourselves. That would not be good. Good. Left leg comes across my body. My right arm is grabbing onto it. Again, my shoulders, I'm forcing them to push down to touch the ground. Nice work so far. Hope we're feeling less tight, more relaxed as we move through this stretch now. Almost 20 minutes in or so. So stay with me here for these last 10 minutes if you can. Let's bring it back to center. Now from here, I'm going to have you drive both your knees in towards your chest. With your hands, kind of rock them in nice and tight. Good. Hold it in. From here, we're going to try to grab both of our heels. So my legs are here in front of my chest. I'm going to extend them slightly. I still have a bend in my knee. If you need to bend them to grab your heels, if you can, and then try to extend them just a little bit. Or you can even grab the outsides of your legs. Just pull them in. Good. Bring it back down. Bring it into your chest. Rock it in. From here, we're doing a lower impact windshield wiper core exercise. So my knees are staying in towards my body, and now I'm just moving them side to side. This is going to help to loosen up that lower back. You might be using your core a little bit to help drive those legs back and forth. Think of it more as a stretch. I'm going nice and slow from side to side. Same placement with my shoulders as that last stretch. They are flat on the ground, regardless of where my legs are going. Let's take it to the sides. Awesome job. We're moving nice and slow today. Waking up our bodies. let's bring it one more to each side. Good. We are going to stay on the ground for just a little bit longer. Face you now. Legs out in front, excuse me. Push yourself up with those hands. We're gonna work our ankles. So my toes, try to point them forward. As you point them, they come up and flex. Now I'm flexing them, coming around in a big circle and then pointing on the way down. So they go from pointing to flexing to pointing. So when I'm pointing, my toes are coming forward. When I'm flexing, that flexion makes my toes come up. So let's do that five or six times. Just nice big circles. Getting those ankles ready. Good. Nice work here. Let's go for 3 more big circles. Feel that stretch. Maybe you feel this a little bit in your calves too. That's great. Good. From here, my right leg comes on top of my left. I'm making like this figure 4. This leg that's extended out is now coming in towards my body, flat on the ground, and I'm pushing the knee that's resting on top out as much as I can. So this leg here is being pushed out against the other leg. Holding that stretch, feeling it in the side of the glute. It's nice and sunny today. The weather isn't too bad, which is nice. We're getting closer to spring. Try to get some vitamin D today if you can. I know winter seems like it's been so long, cold. We are getting there. All right, back out in front. Other leg comes up. Again, we're making that figure 4. My leg that's extended out comes in towards my body, and I'm pushing this leg or knee out. Feeling that stretch now in the left side. Good. Bring your knees together. Press through your toes. My heels are touching my butt, pushing off my hands. Just my knees are pushing forward here. Again, on my toes. Just push through. Lots of lower body stretching today, mainly based on how I'm feeling. Any recommendations, let me know. If you have any stretches or things that you in particular feel are tight, or you need more stretching or stretches, let me know. Come on over. We're going to roll it up nice and slow to standing. So slight bend of those knees. Your head is making its way to come up last. Good. We are going to stretch out some upper body. I'm just going to move my camera for these last few minutes. Here we are. Awesome. So let's start grabbing our elbow behind our head. So I want you to try to reach towards your middle back with this hand as far as you can. Once you've done that, grab onto that elbow. Just hold it here. Good work. Now let's switch it out for the other side so that arm comes up, touching my middle back if you can, maybe upper back, grabbing that elbow, holding, good. Bring both hands above your head. Hopefully you can see me here. I think you can. If you can't interlock your fingers, that's okay. Just grab a wrist. From here, lean to one side slightly, so I'm feeling this in my lat, that big muscle in our back, on the side. Let's describe it. Good, bring it back to center. And let's move to the other side. Again, leaning slightly. Good, back to center, you can let it go. For this last part of the stretch, if you have a couch or maybe like a coffee table, ottoman, I have this chair here I'm going to use. We're going to use it just as an aid for this last stretch. What you're going to do, I'm going to put my foot on top of either my couch, my table, heel on top, toe is up, lean forward and grab the toe. Make sure your back is nice and flat, so we don't want to hunch over this way when we're stretching. We want to push it back, flat back. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg, hinging at the hip. To come back. Good, let's switch to the other side. So my left leg comes on, my heel is here on the chair, my toe is up. Again, I'm coming over with a nice flat back, being aware of my form always, even when we're stretching. Good. All right, good work. You can remove your legs off of your surface. Let's stretch out our neck. So my right hand's coming to the left side of my head and I'm pulling it down towards my shoulder, so ear to shoulder. Usually start standing. Today we're ending our stretch standing. Just flipping things around. And other side. Opposite arm to the other side of the head. Do one more each side. Should feel good. Last time. And to end off this stretch, we are going to sit in a nice low squat. I'll show you what I mean. So for this last stretch here, let's prepare. Just gonna move this down. Just gonna put the chair away. You're gonna get nice and low in your squat, so your toes can be out. We're gonna drive our knees out. So the purpose is to push those knees out. So already have your toes pointed out, so that's the way they're going. Keep your hands on the floor. As you come down, you're kind of pushing your hips forward, if you will. And my elbows are kind of touching my knees to help push them out. So that's kind of helping me push those knees out. My heels are on the ground, my toes are on the ground. You can be looking down towards the ground. It's mostly to push out your knees. If you need to adjust, you can, or if you need to stand up and stretch out your legs. Last time in this last squat here, let's take a minute of silence. You want to remove your hands from the ground. Continue to rock side to side. Where you just stay in that nice low squat. Here's your moment of silence to end it off. Awesome job. When you're ready, you can bring your hands back up. If you want to walk your feet together. Roll it up for your last time. Let's take one nice deep breath together. Inhaling, your arms come up. And exhaling. Nice job. I'm going to move my camera so you can see me. Awesome job today with your 30-minute midday stretch. I hope you guys are feeling more relaxed, relieve some tension. If there are any stretches or anything you want to see, let me know, drop a comment. But I hope to see you guys next week and have an awesome weekend.